Students who wound up in trouble with the law are having a hard time getting back on track.
13 Investigates found some of those students say Houston ISD is making it hard for them to re-enroll after they're released from the juvenile justice system. Now, several groups are pressing HISD to make changes.
ABC 13's Micah Hatfield has been digging into what's actually happening.
It was stunning to learn that these students who find themselves involved in the juvenile justice system are not allowed to re-enroll in school in HISD. And I don't mean that they're in some sort of alternative program. They're at home, falling behind, not learning.
There's no real legal justification for holding a youth out of school when they have a juvenile offense. Every student has the right to a public education.
But as it turns out, not every student is getting that right, specifically students who have just been released from a juvenile detention center. So here's how it goes. A student gets arrested, they're locked up for whatever period of time. Once they're out and they try to go back to school, Sarah Beebe with Disability Rights Texas says they're given hurdles to jump through by campus registrars, ones that she referred to as being artificial barriers. And according to her, they're coming from the individual campus registrars. She says there is not continuity across the district. Examples Beebe has heard given to parents is that the student is too old for their grade or that they need to find where to place them.
And why do you think it is they create those barriers to keep them out?
I'll be quite honest, I do believe it's bias. I do believe that, unfortunately, when we hear that a youth has had involvement with the justice system, we're quick to judge that situation and think, ooh, that student has, done something wrong.
But she says this is usually happening when they've just been charged, not convicted. Plus, this isn't just happening for violent offenses. It could be a property crime or vaping, and now they're out of school.
We've even had parents who have lost their jobs because their child's been out of school for so long and requires supervision.
3 years ago, Beebe says they sent a letter to now former HISD Superintendent Millard House about the problem, and teams were put in place to ensure that it didn't happen. Disability Rights Texas says they saw a 58% decrease in the students being referred to them by the Harris County Juvenile Probation Department for enrollment denials. Since HISD was taken over by the state in 2023, all of that was dismantled, according to Beebe, and now the number of denials has shot up to even higher than it was before. So, Beebe and 11 other groups signed a letter that was sent to Superintendent Mike Miles asking for a solution.
All young people deserve one more than a second chance. They deserve the right to education. They deserve to be amongst their peers. One mistake shouldn't isolate a child from an education that they are entitled to and have a right to. And also, we fixed the issue before. I don't understand what the issue is with fixing it again.
The effects of not fixing it are real for families. Beta Jones' son was arrested last year when he was only 11 years old for a violent offense and was locked up for at least a month. She says she wanted him back in school immediately when he was released.
I don't care what happened with these kids. They go get locked up, they get out. They need to go to school just like everybody else.
Now Jones says her son, who is in special education classes, is back in school. He's getting the attention he needs, and she says he's thriving in a way that he had not before.
Let's not have a kid that's trying, that wants to go to school, that want to do better. Don't stop them from that.
HISD told us that they met with Disability Rights Texas last week to discuss the letter and come up with a plan that makes re-enrollment as effective as possible for those students, but they did not reveal any of the details of that plan. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.